Good morning, everybody. I'm Eureka John, and you are at Eureka Street Crypto. This is my morning show, and AKA Morning Brain Dump. And every single morning, I jump online and talk to you guys, and basically to myself. I can talk to a wall if my wife tells me that anyway. About crypto and about everything that I've learned the day before. I read articles, I read books, I watch videos. I listen to podcasts and completely consume any free moment of my day with something that has to do with crypto, um, in some way, shape, or form. But yes, I do interact with some other people. I do talk to my family and stuff like that. So not 100% consumed, but any moment that I'm not needing to be paying attention or in the room with other people, yes, I'm consuming it with crypto. So, but crypto is not just about the buying and selling and trading and investing of some kind of um, monetary source, I guess. I don't know, monetary token. It's more than just investing. It's about life. And once you really go down the rabbit hole, you start seeing crypto as a complete paradigm shift to our current system as it is. So it's even further than technology. I mean, it's about philosophy, and it's about your whole changing your entire viewpoint on life and structure and society as it is. So anyway, yeah, I'm starting out real deep on the Sunday morning. I have been reading a smorgasbord of different type of subjects. Everything from Moloch right here, and I want to read this. Well, I can't read this whole meditations on Moloch on this show because it's just way too long. But I really want to get into this. I'm about halfway through it, so it's really good. And I started reading this because I started reading about the Moloch DAO, which is kind of a coordination framework for building DAOs. And I'm currently on that part of my study. I will try to condense the results of all this study in a 30-minute morning show, and that's going to be difficult. So, but I'll do it. I'll do it. And then let's see here. I've also been studying, um, um, well, AI. I've been studying AI by reading this book, The Age of AI. I've been looking up cryonics and what cryonics and cryptography have to do with each other and how finny. So I'll get onto that here in a second. And then, uh, yeah, and then I'll start today with GM.xyz. But first, let's take a quick look at some of the crypto prices. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a technical analyst. I'm not a fundamentalist analyst. I'm just some dude with a video camera and a computer connection. So I work at a manufacturing plant. I'm in no bind. But the cool thing about crypto is none of us is exactly qualified to study all this stuff, and we're all just kind of jumping in through the school of hard knocks and learning that way. So it's an even playing field if you're getting into this stuff. I mean, if you've studied cryptography, you might have a slight advantage in one aspect of it. If you've studied finance, you might have a slight advantage on some other aspects of it. If you're a computer programmer, you might have a slight advantage of some of that stuff. But I mean, even philosophers have a slight advantage in some areas of this stuff. People who have gone to 4-year institutions, maybe even with the extra 2 or 3 or 5-year grad study program afterwards, might have a slight advantage in some of this stuff. But it is an even playing field for everybody and anybody and everybody to get into this crypto space, because there's no way that anybody can know all this mesh of disciplines that comes with jumping into crypto space. So yeah, man, right now it's fair game for everybody to jump in, regardless of what age, what gender, what social class you are, what race you are. It does not matter. This is an even playing field. So let's look at some of the prices here. Let me refresh the current Gecko prices. All right, so Bitcoin $59,213.11. Ethereum 43.48.40. Binance 588.43. Tether's $1. Solana 212.76. Cardano $1.87. XRP, $1.07. I don't know how XRP is staying up there in the top 10, but it is. Polkadot, 41.59. USDC stablecoins, $1. Avalanche making its way up above the Dogecoin. I am beyond happy to see this. I think the Avalanche blockchain is a great blockchain. It is a great alternative to Ethereum right now, with some of the higher gas fees and Ethereum kind of settling into this settlement layer type of position. And a lot of current, if you want to play around in DeFi and you want to learn a lot of those levers and pulleys, well, first you have to learn the different cross chains of Avalanche, between the C chain, which is the one you would plug into your MetaMask, and then the X chain, which is the one you would transfer from a centralized exchange into your Avalanche wallet from. Yeah, I mean, once you get those little mechanisms down, Avalanche is really cheap and simple and fast and easy to use. And you can do there's some really good apps on there. And later on, I'll be talking to Crypto Fool about some of those apps. But yeah, one of my favorites is the Wonderland app, using the Time token, which is a fork of Ohm. So it's basically Ohm on the Olympus DAO on the Avalanche blockchain. So anyway, so let's scroll on down. What was I going to look at? Oh yeah. There's a project that I'm a part of, and I guess I'm kind of an advisor on it. But they just got now listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. And this has been a long time coming. They've put in a lot of hard work on it. So they just got listed a couple days ago. So there was a spike in value, but it's gone down a little bit. But it's 18 cents. Not bad at all. So yeah, made a Game Hub DAO. And the entire premise behind this one is a DAO that buys land in the metaverse, like Decentraland and Sandbox. And right now they've bought land in Sandbox as a DAO, and then they've created an Oracle system and a MetaFi type of system in order to be able to use the tokenized version of that land in a DeFi type of aspect, and to be able to draw interest and earn yield from that land. So really interesting project. You should go take a look. MetaGameHub.io. I probably just butchered the explanation of that, but yeah, I've been following it for a while, and I've been a part of it. If you've ever seen my Metaverse Think Tank videos as well, yeah, you'll get a better description of it, and they explain it a lot better than I do. So anyway, so yeah. All right, so let's move on here. I found this as well, GM.xyz. This is really interesting to me. This is a new social media platform, but one in which you sign in with Ethereum on it. So it's one of the first wallet-based social media platforms, purely Web 3.0. And to me, it looks kind of like a Reddit for the Ethereum. So right here, this is my first time to really explore this page, so I'm sorry if I don't cover everything the way you think it should be covering, if you happen to be watching GM.xyz people. But this is one of my first encounters with it. I briefly looked at it last night when I discovered it, laying in bed, staring at my phone. And the brief moment I was staring at my phone before I fell asleep, and the phone fell on my face, waking me up again to look at it once more. I was able to kind of check it out and read a little bit of the about page. So let's read a little bit of this about page here. GM.xyz is an owner-used and operated social network. The primitives of the network are communities, posts, and up-down votes similar to Reddit. But unlike traditional Web 2 social networks, GM.xyz shares the value it captures with its users. So the thing is Web 2.0 is basically where you can create content interactively with any type of website. That's the advent of MySpace, even eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. Facebook, where you can upload your profile pic and maybe any text, and you can create a page on the fly and interact as a user with that server. Web 1.0 are just your static web pages. You know, here's my skateboard shop, and here's my skateboards, and you can't order it. You have to mail order, or you have to come into the shop. But this is where it's at, and it's about it. That's Web 1.0. Just a static page. That's it. Yeah. And then Web 2.0 is, do you have a skateboard for sale? you can post it up as an auction. Take a picture of your skateboard, fill in the price and the description of the skateboard, and you can sell that skateboard yourself through the interactivity going on with the website host. Now, Web 3.0, but what that does is the Web 2.0 platform captures all that information and can use it to sell more advertising and sell that data to other people and make a profit off of everything, all that information, all the photos, all your profile information, and everything that you have supplied to that. And that's been a problem for a lot of people, as all their data is being bought and sold and even used against them and censored. They're being censored now on these Web 2.0 platforms and these Web 2.0 social networks, and it's become a major problem. But unlike Web 2 traditional Web 2 social networks, GM.xyz shares the value it captures with its users. The platform is also crypto native. Users sign in with their public wallet addresses, which we hope will unleash a ton of cool possibilities, such as verified NFT collections or communities where access can be limited to users who hold certain assets, e.g. NFTs, social tokens, etc. And this is what I've been talking about and harping on for months on end now, as all these POAPs that I'm earning through these community calls, going through to various DAOs. And I'm not just, trying to collect POAPs. It's not what I do. I've issued POAPs for people watching this show before, and I got overwhelmed by POAP farmers, and POAP farmers became a problem, and then POAP.xyz had to shut down for a while because of the plague of all these people just trying to collect POAPs, because a lot of people see the potential of these POAPs, and a lot of people are just they're not participating, because I was getting people that would obviously not understand anything that I would say on the show, trying to be like Popa, trying to contact me for POAPs, when it's obvious they did not watch the show, and the qualification of having to get a POAP was to watch the show. But they're doing this for the potential of, if they collect enough POAPs, they might be a recipient of some airdrop later or something like that, and which is true, but people who start projects and do token launches and stuff like that want to reward the loyal followers and their loyal community members, not some random schmo who's collecting a POAP just for the potential of possibly getting in an airdrop later. And it just kind of it ruins it for everybody else, right? So anyway, but it does allow POAPs. I don't mean to be negative. It allows for this whole idea of, for instance, if I were applying for a job right now and I were applying for a job in a Web 3.0 space, all I have to do is give them my address, and they could see my entire POAP collection. They could see that that I'm a member of the Bankless DAO, that I'm a member of the AV Guild, that I'm a level 2 contributor, that I've done XYZ, been a part of this and that community calls, been a part of this and that, type of projects, and they can see my entire Web 3.0 work history basically through my POAPs, and through this podcast hatchery program that I'm trying to get launched here. Part of the qualifications of that podcast hatchery is to get past certain milestones, and in order to launch your podcast, and once you collect. And each milestone will have a POAP represented of achieving that milestone. And once you've achieved those milestones, then you get the POAP to graduate from that program. And then you can go out and say, you know what, I have the POAP to certify that I've gotten through this program. So I see this as the future. I see people on LinkedIn putting their their wallet addresses with their POAP collections and NFT collections to show where they are in the space. So this is, and then now they're implementing this here on GM.xyz. So I think this is really cool. So they say our mission is comprised of two primary goals: to help people build robust communities and reward them for doing so, and create a truly decentralized, no one can control it, and permissionless, anyone can use it social network. So the GM.xyz token will be the incentive, and the GM.xyz network designed to encourage community building and participation. We believe that users should be rewarded for the robust communities they help create. The GM.xyz platform is governed by a decentralized autonomous organization where owning GM.xyz grants you the voting rights and also the main medium of exchange used in the protocol and can be used to boost the content of visibility of content in a given community. And I guess this could be akin to like the karma that you get in Reddit for upvoting and stuff like that, or getting upvotes on your content in Reddit. So there's two ways you can earn it: by contributing great content. When you add great content to GM.xyz, you post or comment, you will be rewarded with the GM.xyz token in proportion to how valuable the community judges your contributions, e.g. upvotes, bookmarks, replies, things like that, how interactive it is. And then creating great communities. If you create or moderate a community that thrives, you'll be rewarded commensurately, e.g. relative to that community's advertising spend, engagement, etc. The specifics of these reward mechanisms still need to be sorted out. Our plan for the immediate future focus is to focus exclusively on building a great product and growing the network organically. Having to worry about users gaming the token rewards right now would be a distraction. Right, I understand that. Over the course of the next 6 to 12 months, we hope to finalize the token reward system with the input of the community. Then we will airdrop a portion of our governance tokens to our early users as we begin a path towards decentralization. So not saying that you should be in this for an airdrop, but if you're looking for an airdrop, this might be a good project to get behind and support. So longer term, there would be two major sources of token rewards: inflationary rewards. The DAO will issue GM.xyz inflationary rewards annually to users, which will double as the way in which we decentralize the network over time. And then advertising. As mentioned, the GM.xyz can be spent to boost the visibility of the content. When GM.xyz is spent in a community, the majority of those tokens will be rewarded to the community's creators, moderators, and users. This incentivizes users to build robust communities that advertisers want to boost content in. The remainder will be burned, and which will be the benefit of GM.xyz as a whole by making everyone's GM.xyz more scarce. Users can withdraw the GM.xyz they've earned at any time so long as they pay the gas fees on the Arbitrum network, which are basically jack squat on the Arbitrum network. It's not like trying to burn it on the Ethereum network. So is this going to be on the Arbitrum network? Will all this be done on the Arbitrum network? Because right now I don't see this necessarily as working on the Ethereum network, but if it's on the Arbitrum network, that's great. Until Ethereum actually gets through this entire merge, which I'm patiently waiting for. We're still early. We don't realize how early we are, so patience is just fine with me. I mean, I have no problem being patient on all this stuff because I see where all the upside is. So identity, ENS domains serves as usernames and are required to create content. As you probably know, there's been a recent ENS airdrop for all the early adopters. If you don't want to know what an ENS domain is, look on Twitter. And look here. You have everybody.eth, Fonz.eth, N1K.eth, Sepher.eth, Magoo.eth. I have an ENS domain that I got a while back. It's EurekaJohn.eth. And I'm glad I got it because I got it on that airdrop. But I didn't get it for the process. I would have never dreamed there would have been an airdrop. I just thought it was cool to have EurekaJohn.eth. So anyway, so we understand that high gas fees make ENS domains prohibitively expensive for some people at the moment, but we believe this will eventually be solved. There are three main benefits to this requirement: fair username distribution, and it makes moderation and spam problems solvable. So that's good. No more spam. No more spam. This requirement may be relaxed eventually if we decide it is no longer necessary. Then reputation. Every time you earn GM.xyz on GM.xyz, it will also count towards your reputation on the platform. High reputation users, approximately in the top 10%, will also have the ability to flag, edit, or remove content that is low quality or off content. So if you earn your way up to having a good reputation, I guess you automatically become a moderator in a way. Any user can downvote a piece of content, and downvoted content will be seen less often or hidden over time. I'm not really a moderator, but you can flag people or remove content. Okay, so this is kind of a moderator. This may also help to solve the problem of decentralized identities, similar to how people's Twitter accounts can be used for social verification. We believe GM.xyz can do the same, but in a more decentralized way. Community creation and tools. Creating a new community will be permissionless. The creators will then be able to add owners and moderators to the community. They will also be able to set reward allocation percentages for community owners. Longer term, we hope to build the powerful tools for community creators that leverage the power of Ethereum. For example, one possibility would be tools for minting or selling NFTs or community tokens that would then be required to participate in that community. GM.xyz DAO, they'll launch a DAO to govern that token. So yeah, and then decentralize over time. In addition to decentralizing our governance over time, we also plan to decentralize our technology. This will start with open sourcing the code for our mobile web mobile clients and backend. It will expand to enabling programmatic access to our data through APIs that the community can permissionlessly build on top of the platform. Longer term, they hope to decentralize their entire backend infrastructure as well. This may resemble the traditional validator proof of stake system used to maintain state on layer 1 blockchains, perhaps with a GM.xyz token as collateral. So maybe this one will end up just being the settlement or the foundation layer, and then a lot of other decentralized social media platforms, Web 3.0 social media platforms, can be built on top of it. And it's kind of a cool way to think about it, with the GM.xyz token being the base collateral for all these other ones. I think about the beginning of Web 2.0 and the beginning of MySpace and Facebook, and before that, all that, there was Friendster, there was Orkut, there was a bunch of other social media platforms all launching at the same time, like this whole Cambrian explosion of social media platforms back in the early 2000s and stuff like that. And it all a lot of them just kind of floated away. What happened to Friendster and Orkut? I don't know, but the Facebook was the one that prevailed. We all know what happened to MySpace. Tom actually probably made a really smart move by getting out while he did, and then it didn't end up being the villain. We all look back lovingly at Tom, don't we? Right? Oh man, yeah, Tom, you won. So. Anyway, so yeah, I'll go ahead and sign in with Ethereum here. Let me make sure that my wallet address. I was gonna get onto these other topics today that I had mentioned at the beginning of the show, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I've spent too much time talking about this. But it's okay, it'll give me time to further study those other topics, and yeah. So let me test this out. Let's sign in with Ethereum, shall we? So I will log in with my MetaMask I just switched over to my MetaMask account with my .ens name, eurekajohn.eth. So let me sign in. And okay, so that's the right one, and I will connect it, and let's see what happens. This one is it's crazy because I've been collecting all my POAPs and everything on a wallet that is not my ENS name. So I wonder if that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, or if I'm going to have to move all my POAPs over to the one with my ENS name eventually. I don't know. But yeah. So okay, here I just signed in. Eureka. Well, okay. There I am. I just signed in. eurekajohn.eth. This is my first sign in. Right on, man. So cool. So here I am. Welcome to GM.xyz. Okay, so let's go to the home, and let's see here. One pager filled with alpha for next pack drops. Okay, right on. So, okay, I got to get myself some followers. So how do I get started here? Settings. I guess maybe I should, so I have a linked wallet. Okay. Okay, so I don't have any type of reputation and nothing here. So I'm going to be digging into this stuff later and try to build up my reputation, try to get some followers. If you are on gm.xyz, give me a follow and I will give you a follow. And then maybe I can start, instead of going to Twitter for getting a large source of my information for this show, maybe I can start getting a good chunk of my information for this show off of gm.xyz. How about that? All right. So what is the collectibles here? Oh yeah, I do have some collectibles. I have the Xerion Genesis collection under this wallet. I have my ENS name, and I also have my unstoppable domain names, Eureka Street Crypto Hub.crypto. And then I do have a eurekajohn.crypto, but it's under a different wallet address. I have a bunch of other stuff under 3 other different wallet addresses. So maybe I should start consolidating all this stuff over to this wallet address. Or I don't know, is it good to centralize everything under one wallet address? I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that being said, I have like 5 minutes left of a 30-minute show, but I don't want to start jumping into some of these other topics because it's going to go down a rabbit hole that I won't be able to sustain. So I'm just going to call it a short show here today. And oh, I forgot that I was also live streaming on float.app. Okay, so no activity in the chat over there. I'm terrible about that. I'll just start rambling and then, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good Sunday. And this next week is Thanksgiving. A lot of you people don't have school or work. I have work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so I will be doing that. But I will still be broadcasting every single day as I do. And I will talk to you mugs at tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Monday. All right. Bye.